We got all the hay in and kind of fitting. It looks like an absolute mess, but Camille was able to somehow fit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 or 7 bales in here. One of them being this like huge 3-string. And we got the flat tire changed, which I had to go get fixed. You can see there, had a little screw in it. Lynx has his hay bag and shavings in. I'm actually gonna bring Yoshi to his owner on this trip, so he has his shavings in. We're gonna get his hay bag right now. So just kind of going through the checklist of everything. We have the feed in. Obviously that is from earlier. That's the little trailer buddy. And then you can see my mess of everything that I own in here. All my clothes, sponsor products, stuff to shower with for me. A bunch of saddles that never get used because I pretty much just ride bareback now. Right now, which is the end of August until like early September, is really, really busy. So it's gonna be a little bit chaotic, but hopefully at least the next couple days on my way from Texas to Tennessee to North Carolina to Virginia, I'll be able to show you guys a little bit. Every time we go literally anywhere, this horse gets disgusting. Look at his face. Nice big cut on it. Alright, so normally I don't leave midday, which you guys will see. Normally I leave at like 1 or 2 a.m. But the way that the timing worked out for this one made more sense to leave a little bit later so I wouldn't get there at a really bad hour of the day. So I always try not to have more than 2 horses so I can unhalter them, leave them loose in their box stalls, make sure that they have enough hay the whole time, and then you'll see that I check back in on them, make sure they're good with water, pretty much every single gas stop, and then refill their hay bags. What I'm going to do really quick right now is I have Yoshi's Coggins and Health Cert here, so I'm just going to screenshot them and crop them so it looks like I actually downloaded the file, even though I didn't, I just took screenshots. And then after I get Yoshi's, I'll get Lynx's and I'll save them into a folder on my phone so it's easy to find.
A lot of people ask me how I pass the time and stay awake when I drive for a really long amount of time, and honestly, it's usually just singing the entire trip.
Gone over this 1,000 times before.
So, just got in from sketchy gas station number 1 and offered both the horses water. Neither of them wanted it, so I'm doing my hay dunking technique. So basically, I filled up the bucket of water and then I was like, I don't really want to dump it out, so I fill it up with a bunch of hay so it gets kind of soggy, moist, adds flavor to the water, makes it more tasty, I guess. So I put some alfalfa hay in there and Timothy, and then I let the water sit in the back of my truck, usually covered with a flake of hay so nothing blows into it, and then at the next stop I'll offer it to them. I hate eating fast food, but on the road it's really my only option because I don't have a cooler or anything, so I kind of just go with whatever there is. Normally I just eat chips and stuff, so I'm impressed I actually stopped and got myself kind of real food. It's also really difficult eating on the road because I'm a pescatarian. For those of you that don't know what that is, it's similar to a vegetarian except I'll eat seafood, so I'll eat like shrimp and fish and such. Let me check what time it is right now. It is 8:40 and I only have about 10 more hours of my drive to go, so this will be fun. I'm gonna start driving right away, and then hopefully by the next gas stop, those 2 dinguses will want water. Unfortunately, I had to stop for 45 minutes and sleep because I was getting really tired. I've only had to do that a couple other times, so kind of weird I had to do it this time. It wasn't even too long of a drive. I think it's because I didn't leave at my normal time. I left later in the day. Anyways, that's my quick update. I changed out my drinks. I have a water and a coffee. Bleh. I think I'm 6.5 hours away. So offered them water again. They drank a little bit. Hopefully the hay trick is starting to soak into the water and they want it more next time. But I'm gonna get right back on the road now. Love when that happens. Alright, let's try this again. Wait, the diesel one's supposed to be green. That's not fair. BP. Are you protesting drinking? Why? Look how beat up this horse made himself look. Lynx, why do you always get into trouble? How about you, Yoshi? How you doing? You won't drink either. You both took like tiny little sips. Bad. We're almost there. I think it's like 4:30 in the morning right now, but I am about to cross over time zones, and then I start teaching at 2 p.m. today, and I think I'll get there around 9 a.m. so I have a couple hours to get these two settled. Normally I would edit videos or work on something on the computer, but I actually have a clinic tomorrow as well, so I'm probably gonna sleep for a couple hours because as soon as this one ends today at 8 or 9 p.m. then I have to drive 3 hours back west in Tennessee to get ready for a clinic there tomorrow all day, and then from there I have to go back east to North Carolina. I miss Texas. Still not as bad as California though. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. Every single time I drive like this I'm like, I don't know how many more times I can do it. I really, 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 really want my own place. One day, all of this will pay off. I do love traveling and I do love getting to teach everyone, so I really enjoy it, but it's a lot on your body. So I was talking about food with you guys earlier. I know I've said in like a previous video what my top go-to snacks are. My favorite thing to do, I actually had this really fun experience once. It was this past June and it was in Colorado at the Cortez Fairgrounds, I believe. And I ended up staying overnight there, so I slept in my truck, which I have a sleeping bag that's good in as low as 20-degree weather. So that's really fun. I just sleep in my back seat and I'm really comfortable there. Got to stay in Cortez that one night, set up everything, and I didn't want to go get food because then Lynx and I think I had Kiwi too would be left there, and I didn't want to bring the trailer. And I had packets of oatmeal, and then it was super hot during the day, so I had hot water in my truck and I was like, I'll just make oatmeal. So I literally sat in the bed of my truck and I watched the sunset go down while eating oatmeal on the hood of my truck. So I thought, I don't know, that was just a really fun night for me. And I'll tell you guys about one more story because I'm really bored right now. I got to a gas station once. This was this year as well, earlier this year though. Got to a gas station, went inside, looked at the bathrooms, decided those were not for me. They were absolutely disgusting. Knew that my horse trailer was cleaner. Should have just gone in Kiwi's stall, but Lynx's was the easiest to get into, and I mean, it's Lynx, he's fine. So I go into his thing, and I'm holding the door shut. So I like tie a lead rope on and hold it shut. Sorry if this is like TMI. And I literally start peeing for 2 seconds, and what does Lynx do? He walks in this box stall that he gets to be in loose when we travel. He walks right next to me, literally is almost on top of me, parks out and starts peeing at the same exact time. I kid you not. This horse peed in the only spot where there wasn't shavings, and it was right next to me as I was also peeing. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Oh, it made me so angry. Note to self, I guess I'm not gonna pee in Lynx's box stall anymore because apparently he's like, oh, we're friends, we'll just do this at the same time. But that's another fun on the road travel story. Do you ever get to a new place you haven't been to before and then realize you're gonna have to leave in the pitch dark and there's a bunch of 90-degree turns and it's terrifying to drive on? Today is one of those days. So this is a super cute place. This is a new location. I haven't been here before, but you can kind of see everything. The barn is hidden. You can see the end of it right there. But the arena's over there. I'm parked there, ready to get out. Now, the driveway and the way to get here was a little bit windy and crazy, but it's pretty similar to my Maryland stop, so it's not too bad. I'm not staying here overnight because it was a last-minute clinic, but I'm probably gonna take like a 30-minute nap right now. So there's this really cool guest house place set up. It's a museum though. Super cool. So, bunch of bones and fossilized things. And they were super sweet and set up this bed for me right here to nap. Got my stuff to get ready for the clinic, and it's from 2 to 8, I believe. I just noticed this. This is super cute. Which is about 3.5 hours away, and I should get there in time to sleep like 3 or 4 hours, and then clinic day tomorrow. You ready? Come on, let's go. Well, it's like almost 11 at night, and I feel kind of bad because I don't know if you can even really tell. This mud is very mud. And then I think my truck started freaking out because, I don't know, it freaked out. So I put it in 4-wheel drive, got it in here, put it back in 2-wheel, and then it was still freaking out. So hopefully it's fine in the morning. Just finished teaching the Tennessee clinic, and there's been a couple of changes. I think my Virginia clinic's getting canceled because of a bunch of problems going on with that barn owner. So I have to figure out what I'm doing for those next 2 days and where I'm going. But right now it's almost 4 p.m. I'm covered in sweat because I just finished. I need to take a shower, clean up, get DEF for my truck, get the trailer packed up, and I'm gonna be on my way in like 6 or 7 hours to head to North Carolina. Just got the stalls cleaned out at the barn they're staying in right now. And I'm gonna clean up the trailer really quick before we go on our way. We're gonna leave in probably about 5 hours to head to Yoshi's stop in North Carolina. It is 12:30 and I'm gonna load up Yoshi and Lynx and hit the road. Some of them do. These two horses do, yeah. Alright, Yoshi's all set. Mr. Scarface, you ready to go? He's like, this is a weird place to stop at, Mom. We don't normally unload with a bunch of trucks. Alright, Lynx. Made it to North Carolina. You ready to get out, chill out, and then eat some hay? So I'm at Carly's right now. That's her main horse, Blue. And Lynx is just gonna go in the stall right next door. And then I have to be on the hunt to see if my normal North Carolina farrier can see him. If not, I'll have to try to find another one because he is definitely due for a trim and a reset of these shoes. Ha. Yeah, you want to hang out for a little bit?
Hey guys, I stopped filming because that was about 4 days. It was either over the course of 3 or 4 days, and I didn't know how much everyone wanted to see, so I decided to stop then. It literally could have gone on forever. It's only a couple days later right now, and I'm already in Massachusetts, so I had quite a few stops in between, but thank you guys so much for watching and seeing just a little bit of what my life is like kind of on the road right now, and I hope you stay tuned for future content.